AFTV, Julian, what a terrible performance that was. In a position, Arsenal, before this game, where they could have put real pressure on Liverpool. I mean, I have to ask, what the hell was that?
I've got absolutely no idea. I mean, normally I'd go back and I'd watch Match of the Day and I'd see all the parts when we were unlucky, where things didn't quite go our way, when there was terrible refereeing decisions. And there's no need. I don't need to watch Match of the Day. I saw everything I need to see once. And the reality was we had all the possession. We did absolutely nothing with it. Nothing. We didn't deserve to win the game. We didn't deserve to draw the game. I'm not saying West Ham did, and West Ham were wonderful. West Ham did one thing, which was pack the centre of their defence and put everyone there, and we had absolutely no idea how to combat that. No idea.
Why? Why? Because I mean, we play against that practically every week at the Emirates, so should be able to deal with it.
Well, it's obviously a combination of a number of things. Number one, the attitude was wrong from moment one. They didn't start the game with any type of intensity. Maybe the confidence was down, I don't know, but it shouldn't have been after last week. But actually, when you look at the performance last week until Mourinho came on was very similar. It was pretty disgraceful last week, but of course that's disguised by the result. And that's the thing with football fans, is that we are totally besotted with results. And last week we got the result, so we forget how poor it was. This week we had the same performance, worse, because it was worse for the whole 90 minutes rather than we had a super sub to come off the bench, because our super sub, is Sterling, and he ain't super, is he? It's not super Sterling. So there's another reason. Arteta got it completely wrong. He came out with no tactics. Potter obviously came with a game plan, which to me is an easy game plan. You just put everyone in defence and hopefully that the other team will make a mistake. And Arsenal did make a mistake. I said before the goal went in that Calafiori had to get tighter on the player. He had to get tighter. I mean,
you had to get tighter, but how's the player able to run? I think Wan-Bissaka, he literally run the whole length of the pitch without being engaged. I mean, it was unreal watching it.
Anyone could have run. Well, I could have walked it, you could have walked it, but you wouldn't. They didn't put a challenge in. Calafiori never put a challenge in. He didn't get close. He jogged back with him and he gave him the space to put the cross in. And as soon as the cross went in, I don't blame the goalkeeper, I don't blame the players in the middle, because the moment the cross went in, it was a goal. It was a very good cross, but it was a very good cross at a time when no one's putting pressure on him. So a professional player can easily cross the ball like that because they're not put under any pressure. So that was another reason why we lost.
And then another game down to 10 men.
Yeah, but this time it's deserved. It was an obvious sending off. I thought the referee did really badly. The fact he didn't send him off straight away, it was so obvious. All right, it was on the halfway line, but Raya was in his normal position as an outfield player, and actually when I saw at the end, Raya looks quite a good outfield player. That's about the only positives I could see from the game. He's really quick, quite skillful, and maybe he can play up front next week. I don't know, but I can't think of any positives today.
Yeah, and as I said, there was a real chance today to put pressure on Liverpool. If we'd have won the game today, 5 points. And they go into that game tomorrow under pressure. Now they've got no pressure tomorrow. I mean, even if they lose the game, they're still 8 points clear.
Yeah, we're 8 points clear. We've got a game in hand. I'm not saying we can do it. Stranger things have happened, but even me, I can't even visualise, and I can visualise a lot of fantastic things in my head, and tonight, tonight I can't even see it. I'm really trying. I can't see it. And if I can't see it, I really don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, and the next game, another tough game. This should have been like what you more or less be looking on as one of the easier games, but then got to go away to Forest, another team that, low block it, but better on the counter-attack than these lot. That's going to be a difficult game if we play in the same way. And I'm surely they'll just say, let's just do exactly the same. Leicester did it, nearly had success. West Ham have done it, have had success. They're just going to do the same thing. I mean, how are we going to combat it? What do we do to break down these low block defences? Because that seems to be the problems eternally that Arsenal have been having this season.
Well, I don't think Nottingham Forest are going to play the same as Leicester and the same as West Ham because, as you
they play a low block.
But as you quite rightly point out, they're a better team. I mean, I was criticising West Ham, and you said I got it wrong, but I still think I got it right. I don't think West Ham are a good team. I've seen nothing.
We made them look very good today.
No, they didn't. They didn't look good.
No, they did look good. They defended brilliantly. You've got to say they defended brilliantly. How many shots did their keeper have to save? Did he scramble to make any save? Was there any goal line clearances? What pressure did we put them under? It's a comfortable afternoon for them, if you ask me.
All right. The answer is we had 2 shots on target. And I'm not defending Arsenal. I'm saying Arsenal were poor. Arsenal were very poor. But doesn't mean that West Ham's good. Just because one team's poor.
They were today.
No, I don't think the two don't have to be correlated. I'm saying Arsenal were bad. And Arsenal was so bad that West Ham were bad, and still Arsenal were bad.
I don't think they were bad. I think they were very good today. I thought they defended brilliantly, defended resolutely. They limited us to, like you said, 2 shots in the whole game at home at the Emirates. I mean, they were excellent today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's because Arsenal were so poor, not because West Ham was so great. I'm not here to criticise West Ham, but I didn't see anything from West Ham that impressed me. Any team, any low-grade team can come. It could get they're like a Hackney Marshes team, but they were well organised. They were one thing I'll say, they were well organised. They're a well organised, poor team, and we couldn't do anything with that. And I'm saying that Forest, I can't see Forest playing with exactly that extreme way. Also, Forest are at home. I think we won't struggle as much against Forest as we did today, because the way that Forest will play, they will come out a little bit more, and we won't be well organised. But it was absolutely awful today. There was just no creativity. We didn't break them down. You're quite right. We were very poor. We weren't unlucky to lose that game. We weren't. But that wasn't because West Ham were good. That's because Arsenal was so poor.
Do you have any optimism with this team going forward? I mean, because look, even when every time there is a little chink this season, a little bit of light, we just go and throw it away every single time. This is not the first time this season there's been like a little opening, a little opportunity. It's been like over to Arsenal and they've thrown it away.
Okay, the league for me, winning the league, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. I see that we will get top 4, which isn't the worst season. I'm not saying, I come here to watch Arsenal get top 4, but if you're not going to win it, at least get in the top 4, as it probably is this season, going to be the top 5. But I still think we've got a chance in the Champions League. Of course we've got a chance in the Champions League. We're playing a team who we should beat over 2 games. I've seen a lot more of PSV over the last few years, so I know they're not a bad team, but we are a better team. Once you get into the quarterfinals, anything can happen. We've got one of the Madrid teams to play. Then, we could end up playing Liverpool, or PSG. It doesn't. All right,
I've made a very good case.
Right. Yeah, but it's a cup competition. It's still a cup competition. Over the course of 38 games, we're not going to win the league. But for the Champions League, we can win it because we're still in it. We're going to go into the round of 16. I'm confident we're going to get through that. In the quarterfinals, anything can happen. We win the Champions League, get top 4. I'm happy. Yeah.